The loss of our Baltic ships will be a serious blow to our forces in the battle ahead. Several major units of the U.S. fleet have assembled at Plymouth. This is the staging area for launching a major assault on the Severny fleet. Launch failures have reduced the amount of satellite coverage available in the area, but other intelligence sources indicate that the Allies are provisioning for a significant offensive operation. Approach the harbor and observe the size and composition of the fleet. While still outside, complete mining the eastern channel. An earlier effort successfully mined the western channel. To ensure precise mine placement, confirm electronic navigational data with supplemental visual data. Stay alert. Intel indicates the presence of U.S. nuclear submarines and the possible Allied nuclear and conventional submarines in the area.
Hey everyone, FPS Chazza here. Welcome to Mine Plymouth Harbor, or something like that, whatever it's called. So, apparently mines have been placed in some western channel. We gotta place mines on the eastern channel. We've been given coordinates, so let me go ahead and put those up real quick. Alright, there's our mine coordinates. So we gotta place some mines. Oh, slow down. We supposedly have submarines out here. Let's bring some of this towed in. It's decently shallow waters. I got rid of any Stallions or SSN-27 ASWs just because this is too shallow for these torps. They're going to hit the bottom when they deploy. It's not going to be able to work. They kind of need deeper water to function, which is not the big deal. Not the big deal. Okay, off. Alright, they got me pointed straight that way, so I'm not sure what we're looking at just yet. We lost one ship in the last mission, but all is well. It is not too big a deal. They started us out pretty far out, which isn't terrible. Not bad. Not complaining. Let's go ahead and turn. We're already halfway there, so let's turn due east and see what we can see. See what we can see. Not sure how much we're gonna see. Is the toad dragging? It is not. There's a Stingray torpedo coming around town. Alrighty. What do we got? Looks pretty quiet on the western front here. Yeah, looking real quiet.
Steer course 090.
We good?
Steering
Yep, not dragging. Okay, so we got good length out, not seeing anything right now. Very well. Well, we're hearing pings is what we're hearing. There's pingers. So we're probably going to have this mission where we mine, and then the next mission where we go in and shoot up the harbor like on the Seawolf campaign. Alright, we'll come back to that. Well, let me just make sure I get all these pinging contacts marked, and then we can come back and get a second round of tracks in a while. That way we can, there you go.
New contact, bearing 01.
We can get frickin' intersections on them. So we got 4 pingers chilling up there in the harbor, and we will come back to that in a second to get some more data on that front. We'll get some intersects on them, figure out where they are. Okay. So we are, maybe we should go even 2 knots, really. Be quiet here on our approach. Let's see. Let me check the USNI. I want to see how far, what range we have on the mines here. Launched by a submarine as much as 16 kilometers from its intended location, after which it navigates under its own power. So that's about 10 nautical miles. Okay, so that means I guess we're in range already, technically. 10 nautical miles. I'm going to go ahead and put up a 8 nautical mile bubble around myself just for a little conservatism. So we won't launch the mines until we get within that bubble there. So let's go ahead and let's just set a waypoint, see what our, well, that's not how far we have to go. We have to go about here to get to mine drop off point. It's going to take about 2 hours. Not big deal. Okay, let's we were going 020 before, so let's do it 06. Nah, that's too much. Let's do 055, and we're gonna snake our way up.
Rudder left, steer course 055.
Well, hang on. Let's do this. Bearing. Yeah, it's about 20 of that. So we're going to try and keep that looking up that way out of the baffles here as we sneak our way up. So let's get to it then. I'm going to snake up ever so quietly. Let's get got a lot of squalls and mines. I got 6 mines in the tubes. We only need 4. I want to make sure if one of them goes amok, we don't have to spend time reloading. So let's get 2 squalls ready. Tubes 6 and 5 in case we need them. That proved invaluable in the last mission. Okay, what do we got? Anything on these other arrays? Anything at all? No, it's very quiet. We're not seeing much. Let's turn on history. Wait a little bit longer before we start marking those guys for that second second mark, so we can get the intersection where they are, figure out where they are. Because I'm going to assume they're just sitting there in the harbor, pinging away or whatever. Yeah, not much going on right now. Pretty quiet out here. Pretty quiet indeed. Trying to think how much I want to snake back and forth here. Probably a good bit. I'm debating on if I want to cut into when I'm going to see, when I first see a contact, because I'm not seeing anything right now. There's honestly not much going on. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I will see you guys when I make first contact. Hey, let's get those intersections, shall we? We're kind of far out of the way here. Let's go ahead and mark these bad boys up again so we can start checking them out. Seeing where they are. Okay, what do we got? Mark everything. Mark. Just mark it all. Mark it all. Get ourselves a nice intersection. Figure out where these ships actually are. Then we can leave them be. Mark. Because they're all different bearings, but this method of marking, it's not precise enough to show how like precise of bearings they are on. Okay, that should be good. Let's go ahead and check them out. 1 through 4. We'll mark them up. Figure out where they are. Yeah, go back an hour. Okay, course 0. Ooh, bring that guy right up here. Where's your home? You too good for your home, ball? You too good for your home? Right in here. Pretty good. Mark that up. There's one. Let's move on to the next one. Door's locked. Move on to the next one. Okay. Null that speed up. Throw that bad boy right here. Right about here. Right there. There's another one. Let's get number 3 here. Course 0. So the reason this works is because they're not moving. So if it's not moving, then where these lines intersect is where they are. These guys are just sitting in harbor. There's another really close to that guy. Kind of just chilling. Really close in. I marked around like a crazy man. Looks like we're only holding 4 pingers right now. Only 4 guys are out there pinging. Get that 0-2. Let's right in there. Ooh, only 2 lines here, so we got ourselves at least the illusion of precision. There you go. There's your 4 ships hammering away. So we're now on 3, 4, 5 doing our snake approach. Sensors are all still quiet. I'm going to look at it a bit and then meet you back here. Oh, I think we got something. That we do. Hello, Mark.
Control acoustics. New contact. Bearing 0,
I know when it
2,
renders out, that's really
Designated
easy to see,
Sierra,
but that's
5,
hard for
control
me to see.
acoustics. New contact.
Very
Bearing
hard.
3, 0, 7. Designated
else?
Sierra 6.
Nope. So if these guys are just in here running defense, and yeah, they're going to be going slow as crap too. This might be him right here.
Steer course 3, 4.
I was about to say, I'm like going right down the
the
middle of those 2 tracks, and it's like, duh, that's the whole basis of a freaking reciprocal. You can't have a reciprocal without going down the middle of the 2 tracks. Ooh, scusi. Yeah, for some reason today's January 25 January when I'm recording. The federal government was shut down today, so I didn't have work. I don't work for the feds, but we follow their time off schedule like that, emergencies and stuff, and went out driving. A lot of roads are just, in very crap condition. No position to be driving right now. Let's go. Let's turn this way.
Rudder left, steer course 3.
I mean,
steering A.
they're in crap condition because a lot of snow has not been plowed adequately, so like only about half the lanes are open on any road really, so it's just like this area is not set up to handle any kind of commuting traffic right now. If it only has like half capacity, it'd be insanely nuts. So yeah, I'm like it's like 100% chance in my mind that tomorrow, 26th January, is going to be 2 hours. You have like extra 2 hours to come into work. If not, just off tomorrow as well. I managed to like drive out today. They finally plowed. There's still some snow stuck in my car. I shoveled a little bit and then just pounded through it. I have snow tires, and it was no problem for the snow tires to get through. Man, those things are good. They stop really quick in the snow. Some guy almost rear-ended me because they stop so well. But yeah, okay, which one? I'm glad I bought those. It's a good investment. It's like $600 and they last you like 5 years. It's worth it to pay $125 a winter to make sure you don't frickin' hit anyone. Who is changing? I don't think our Toto's even started turning yet. We're going really slow here, just 16 times it. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Oh, Sierra 6. Yep, Sierra 6. Another one bites the dust. So we got Sierra 5 standing in our way here, it looks like. So Sierra 6, correct? Drop. Sierra 5. What do we got on Sierra 5? Going to assume it's a nuke boat. Going 5 knots. Sierra 5 is going 5 knots. If it is not a nuke boat, it's going 3 knots. But I'm going to assume 5 knots. So now we have this first data. Now we can... Ooh, he's going this way, is he? Start making rough solutions here. Very rough, very rough. Now that we've got a course change, we'll get some new data coming in there. We'll be able to make a better estimate of that. It's hard to do anything with three bullet points. It's like 3 points is like your bare minimum that you want to like get a reasonable average of something. That doesn't mean it works. I'd want at least 2 more, at least twice this probably, before I can start making a viable solution. So I'm just gonna speed up time. There's not much else we can do except wait. Try and say, well, let's get a squall trained on him anyway, because we got his bearing. That's half the battle with the squall, is just that bearing. Designate type, subsurface, designate type, alliance threat. All we need to do right now. Have we gotten any more data on this subject, computer? Nope, still just seeing that first frequency. This is a very faint, very distant contact. We're seeing 5 lines right now. So it's not too terribly distant. That's a good chunk. Seeing them on any other sensors. Do not seem to be. If I was and I couldn't see it, it's because, once again, it's really hard to see at the stock color settings here. That's the one thing I'm looking forward to with Reinforce Alert. It makes these like green and black. It's much easier to see what you're doing with the green and black. Okay, I don't know why they didn't just do that. Whatever. Yeah, we're just going to have to choose some time here while we wait. No, 20 minutes is fine. Yeah, okay, there you go. I was sitting there on this hour. I'm like, I can't see anything. There you go. Take it to 20 minutes and you can see a bunch. 10 even exaggerates it even further. Exaggerates it even further. What are you doing? I told you to hold speed. What are you doing? Come on. Thank you. Okay. It's fanning out pretty well, so I know he's going this way. Well, he could be going this way or that way. Not sure yet, but probably, yeah, pretty broadside to me. He is overtaking me rather well. No, what are you doing? Stop. Okay. No, come on. That first one's kind of tailing off a little bit. Kind of looking for the spot where he's going to straighten out. Okay, that a solution up that far is just not physically possible. What's the maximum range he can really be? Looks like about here is the maximum. About 6 nautical miles. So he's in firing range. He is in firing range. So that means I could fire. Duh. Yeah, we're still not getting much data on him. Let me verify this first frequency. Yeah, we got ourselves a 60 here. Okay. He is in firing range. I'm not sure how much longer I should dilly-dally or wait. I feel like it shouldn't be too much longer. Has that toad straightened out completely? I guess so. I'm not sure how much data I got before that turn there. I'm not sure how much better of a solution I'm going to get other than this. Oh, ooh, careful, careful. He is not necessarily in squall range. This is a mine lane. Let's forget about the mine lane for now. We need a squall range circle. So do the 5.9. Do the old 5.8. That seems to be working rather well. The 5.8. Okay. So he's potentially not in squall range, so we still need to get a little bit closer here. I might snake back the other way. That might be the best thing right now. So let's go back to 5.5. Let's go to 5.6 is fine. We'll go to 5.6.
Rudder right, steer course 0, 5, 6, steering ahead.
And get some better data on this guy. Thinking about opening the door. I don't think I need to. I think we're about good where we are. We're sitting pretty. Was not my intention. Okay. Still chugging at 5 knots. Still seems to be maintaining course and speed. This solution kind of works. We have to wait until we get this return leg here, this lead lag situation, before we can figure out what he's actually doing. Because I think I only got this one first bearing line before I started changing course there. Let's zoom in and check that out. Now we got some decent stuff going on there. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell what he's doing. Just gonna put him back up to where he was. Let him sit there. I have to just wait till we cross back, then we'll get some really good data on this, really nail this down. So let's just speed up time, nothing else we can do. I'm gonna keep my finger here so I can get out of warp speed in case we freaking need to. Okay, Toad's starting to turn. There's me, Stingray torpedo. Gonna lose him in the baffles. There he goes. Toad's turning. Still be able to hear that launch because we got the cylindrical face on him. Are we going to have to turn more to hear him? No, he is back. Good. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's a course change right there. He's on a patrol, looks like. Looks like I was still getting data even though he was in the baffles there. Okay, so this solution is no longer valid. Shit, just as I turn, he frickin' turns too. What are the odds of that, man? What are the freaking odds? He's probably just going back and forth on an east-west kind of thing, honestly. In my opinion. Just going back and forth in an east-west kind of thing. What was that history at before? Yep, there. He's probably just doing east-west. East-west little patrol. That's interesting. Going back and forth in a line. Okay. That's always a possibility. This is going to be interesting.
Steer course 0, 5.
I'm going to turn back the other way, dude. I'm just going to turn back the other way.
Rudder left, steer course 3.
Because he's just going to outrun me into my baffles here very shortly. So that's kind of a big waste of time there, but what can you do? Alright, and we're going to turn back the other way and get some more data on him. Probably have to wait for him to come back into my kill zone because he's going to be exiting out, especially with me and this turn I'm doing here right now. Okay, he's about to go into the baffles. There he goes. Am I still seeing him? No, he's gone now. Waiting for him to come back out on the other side. Maybe we'll get some good data, some good juicy data. There he is, back in action. Kill that. Switch to saps. Let's see. Brum, 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 brum. Right about there, looks like, is where he's hanging out. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Swinging back and forth like a son of a fudge. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and good hunting.